What's up, taste buds? It's me, Brandon, and in this episode I'm going to show you what I've found for me the easiest way to break down a chicken, turkey, whatever kind of bird you need to. So if you follow me on X or Twitter, whatever you want to call it, socials right here, then you probably have already heard me harp on this trick or secret. I'm not going to call it a hack because it's not a hack, that's stupid. Then you already know that my secret is just a rotisserie chicken. This you can get at pretty much any of your grocery stores or anything like that. What makes this the trick for me is that the fact that it is already cooked. It's already, it's smaller than a turkey, harder to kind of learn the larger you go. You need a big carving knife, you need all these things. This is already cooked, so that makes it a little bit easier to cut through. It makes the joints easier to get through. If, getting into some of the wings and the thighs, trying to find those joints can get a little complicated, especially if you're trying to do a turkey, something larger. So getting the rotisserie chicken, as you're breaking it down, getting near those joints, if you're struggling to find it, you can just pull it a little bit and it'll snap. You'll be able to find it a lot easier than you will be. Even if you get an uncooked chicken from grocery store or butcher shop, it can get a little bit of a trying to find where that joint is. So get the rotisserie chicken. They're $7 or $8, $9 or so, whatever it is. You get to play around, learn a new skill, learn how to do this, and then eat. Now the first thing you'll want to do is get a wet paper towel, lay it down under your cutting board. When you put that, if you ever have issues, your cutting board slides around like this while you're trying to cut. A little damp paper towel or cloth right there for you. The other perk with doing a rotisserie chicken versus, a turkey, anything like that, you can just use a basic kitchen knife. So this is just old steak knife that we have. All this is falling apart. I'll usually use a chef's knife if I am doing a raw chicken or anything. But for this demonstration, I really am just trying to show how easy this process is. Now, you may see other videos from professional chefs, how they do it. This is my method. This is how I've found it to be the easiest for me. So the first thing you want to do is obviously get this band off. This is how they have it trusted up in while they run the rotisserie. First thing I'll do is cut the two breasts off. I do it at this stage because you still have the structure here. If you break the wings and thighs off, the carcass doesn't have a whole lot to hold on to. So I'll go ahead and do the breast while everything's here, and it makes life a little bit easier. See, again, didn't even have to cut that skin, that's just already falling apart. So right down through here is the breastbone. And if you want to, you can make a cut right on top of it. Actually, I've already missed it on the right side. And all you got to do, so this bone, let me turn this one. This bone cavity is going to come that way. So as you're cutting down, you'll come down, and you can literally, on the front of this, just follow that bone all the way down. Backside gets a little bit trickier. I'll explain why in a second. But middle to up, you literally just cut straight down and just follow that bone. That's all you've got to do. On the back side, these bones kind of come, I believe there's two about right here that'll end about this area. And if you kind of cut with that same swoop, you can cut into it or you can hit the bone. Not a big deal, just next swipe, go a little bit higher up and you'll dodge it. So you get in here, let me turn it so you can see. And all I'm doing is just coming right down that bone, going straight down. And see, again, with this being cooked, that just popped off. I'll do this backwards, make it a little easier for you. There's those bones that I was just mentioning. And all you've got to do from here, just kind of cut along that, and you're just walking it down. Come on this skin, and there you go. first breast done. Same thing here. I'm gonna cut all along that. I didn't mention when this tore it threw me off. Go ahead and cut this skin, get that disconnected, because as you'll see, you got to do it at the end. So just go ahead and do that. So again, just go right along that bone. Come here, cut that skin. Done. Now if you watched the how to save a ton of money on chicken video, you saw that I had the tenderloin separated as well. When you cut the breast, these are right here. See how that just pulled right out? So that's the tenderloin. I say tenderloin, you know, like if you go get a chicken tender or something. I'm assuming that's where these originally came from. So that's that piece, comes right out of there. If you're cooking breast, it makes it easier. Take that out and chop it down. From here, it's pretty simple. You'll just want to come in, cut this skin, see, and that just broke apart. So this joint comes in right here. And where you'll want to do is come in and you'll find the joint and it's just kind of tucked in a little bit. Should be able to show you a little bit better on this other side. Hopefully it won't fall completely apart like that one did. So again, you're trimming that down. There's that bone, and you would cut right in between there. Again, this one just happens to be so tender that it completely pulled apart before I even got to it with the knife. But again, that's the whole point of getting a rotisserie chicken. You'll be able to find that a lot easier, and if you can't find it, it'll fall apart for you. The wings, about the same thing. And again, the other perk with cutting those breasts off is you already have access to that joint a little bit better than you would if they were there. So same thing, here is the joint for the wing. Again, just kind of think of what you've seen wings look like before. You don't see them cut to here unless you have them already cut down. But you'll just come in right on that joint. Can't find it? Okay, stretch it out. It's right here. And you'll just cut it. Cut it right there. That falls out. Cut it on off. Same thing. Joint is right here. Cut through. And there it is. I don't know if you heard him. You may have saw him in the camera. Rhett just got a whiff of what I'm doing. I'm surprised it took him that long. Hey, me again. You're probably wondering why I didn't break down the leg quarters or the wings. Yeah, I noticed that too during editing. So, had to go get another one. Back in the kitchen. Let's break down the rest. I put this in the fridge for a little while. For this purpose, I wanted some of this to kind of tighten back up a little bit. I didn't want it to be as hot and loose as the first attempt where everything was still so warm it just fell straight apart. So put it in the fridge for a couple hours. That's going to help some of that kind of hold back in. So you want to cut the skin here. I like to cut all the way down through there. See if you can see from that side. Just cut all the way down. Again, you're just kind of cutting that. This bone's connecting right here. Let me move my hand. That bone's connecting right in here. Here you can just keep pushing it. Keep cutting. That joint's right there. And see, that's the bone. Here's the joint. Just get right in between that. There's a little bit of connective tissue, collagen, whatever the heck it's called. I don't know. And boom, there you go. So there's that ball joint. It's connected right in there. Now to break the thigh down from the drum here, same thing that I said earlier, you know, think about what it looks like. So when you get a drum, it's going to be right in here. Your thigh is going to be right there. So just kind of cut right in here. Yeah, it looks like what your drumstick would look like. Other side, same thing. You just want to cut. There's that ball. Just want to cut till you find the joint, and then just work it out. There's your drumstick. There's your thigh. Now with the wing, again, same thing. I know that wing came off a little easier in the video, the first cut. So it's right in here. That's where that spot is. It's going to be tucked in up under there. So, cut that, don't want that there. So you'll cut it here where the breast meets it, and this one's already falling apart right there. So I'll do the other side, but while that's going, I'll still show you where this joint is a little bit better. You're just coming, you want to kind of hug up to that breast, don't we all? And then it's hard to show you. Right here's that joint. Just keep cutting, and then that will open up. You cut right through it. Now, so got that whole wing off together. Same thing. You know what this wing's, what the flat's supposed to look like. Just start cutting that skin here. As that opens, you just keep cutting. You'll find that joint. Cut right through it. Same thing on this side. Cut that. Find the joint. And I think moose, do you say you munch on these? Hopefully not when they still have little feathers like that one does, but if you munch on these, comment below. Moose, I think you were the one that said that you did. But there's your 2 pieces of your wings. So now when you go get wings and they give you that for one, tell them they're lying. That's a whole wing. So that's the easiest way that I've found to break down any type of bird. Start with a rotisserie chicken. Get any knife that you have, that'll work for you. So if you enjoyed this video, throw me a like, leave me a comment down below with anything that you might want me to do in the future as far as breaking down, or if there's any part of cooking that's a little bit harder for you. We all know my flaws with flipping pancakes and things. Don't know why. I'm terrible at it. I'm thinking about doing how to render bacon fat, make some beef tallow, anything like that that you can think of. Leave me a comment, let me know what you want me to do, and we'll bring it to you. Till next time, appreciate it.